We've all been there. Someone convinces you to get into a television show with the magic words, "Oh, by the way, there's a queer character in it," and you're sold. Even though that queer character might not get any screen time at all, they might meet a tragic end, they might never get to have a romantic relationship, or they might just be coded queer, but then told to our faces, "You're crazy, that's not a queer character, we don't know what you're talking about."
Hi, my name's Amanda, and this is my podcast, Skip to the Gay Parts. For as long as I can remember, I have been a consumer of queer media through television and through film. I even went to school for filmmaking and double minored in women's and LGBTQ studies, spending most of my time dissecting queer television, spending an enormous amount of time writing papers that were far too long for very patient professors about characters like Mickey Milkovich and dissecting his uncommon thugness and his transformation as one of the most complex queer characters I'd ever seen on television. So, I've put a little bit of thought into the queer characters that I watch on TV and decided it was time to record those thoughts and put them out into the world for all of you to hear.
This is Skip to the Gay Parts. This is a show where we dissect queer and queer-coded characters from television shows and just honestly give them a moment to talk about them so that we don't have to sift through all of the heteronormative, straight storylines to get to the good parts, the parts that we're watching for. We'll cover characters that are explicitly queer in their television shows, but are paid dust in screen time and storyline, such as Ian Gallagher or Mickey Milkovich, or characters that were so clearly queer-coded and used as queer bait to continue to have a fan base for their show through their finale. That's right, I do mean Dean Winchester and Castiel. And then even characters that were explicitly queer on explicitly queer shows that had confusing and honestly disappointing endings, such as Brian Kinney and Justin Taylor. And don't worry, we won't leave out the women and the kill your gays tropes, such as Tara and Willow from Buffy, Annalise Keating from How to Get Away with Murder, or just the complicated and entertaining and wonderful characters such as Callie Torres and Arizona Robbins. This is just a sampling of the characters that we would like to cover on Skip to the Gay Parts. We want to hear from people too. We want to know what characters that you saw as queer-coded in your favorite show, or were explicitly queer, but were used for fan fodder while not actually being given the time and respect that they deserved as characters.
Let's pick a character, let's pick a show, and let's skip to the gay parts.
I'm Amanda, and this is the podcast.